listen, they just kept knocking and knocking and knocking my live. I'm gonna play with some filters. So since they kept knocking the live, I'm just starting over with, ooh, I like that. Yes. Ooh, baby. I love it. I love it. Baby. Okay. So I'm going to finish what I was saying. I'm just doing it with a new live, a new subject line, right? A new title. Yeah. So stay tuned for a different platform or two options for you guys to go to get different content that you cannot get here, you cannot get on TikTok, maybe even IG or other places you might follow me at, Instagram, stuff like that, right? So there's a lot of forbidden information, a lot of forbidden videos, a lot of forbidden stuff that I generate and want to put out that is denied on these platforms that you'll see me on. So I will be providing that. I also will be doing probably Twitch. I'm not sure yet, but I will be doing OnlyFans. Yes, you heard me correctly. OnlyFans. Okay? So that information will be coming up. And just like I said, other platforms. Come on over. New series. Okay. So Sewing with Soul. And some of it will be made public, but it won't be anything in depth. All right. So we're gonna start with the hat series, and you guys can come over. You can I'm gonna have an option where you can become a member over on my TikTok. You can join there, and you can also become a member here. I think it's called subscriptions on TikTok, and here it is on YouTube being a member. And with that, we will have sewing courses, like starting with the hats. So I love my hats. You see this one with the bow, got some sparkly jewels, and a pinstripe and a boo 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 boo. So different kind of hats we will be making, and when you are a member, you are of the subscription packages, then you're gonna be able to learn how to make these things, and you're gonna have the option of getting one of my patterns so that you can sew along with me, or you can watch it, you can learn it, you can do it yourself. Okay. And so all kind of styles, all kind of hats, all kind of history, talking about fashion, where this came from, what was the idea for that, blah blah blah. A lot of people don't even know that men I know y'all, men was the ones who started all that, okay? And you should know that. They started everything. I mean, we wasn't allowed to do anything. So, it had to be them to set it all off, okay? Go and play the song by Boosie, set it off, okay? The high heels, the makeup, the fancy fashion. Y'all's dudes. And it's like, you know how people say, oh, these dudes out here want to impress their homeboy. They want to impress their friends more so than they care about you and all that. That's why when I hear guys, like someone was saying, oh, T.I., because he's currently being clowned. I got a video coming up on that, because he's trying to do, y'all make sure y'all hit that like too. That's very important. He's trying to do his little stand-up comedy, and he ain't making it. But he had this joke about eyelashes. He was like, I don't know why women wear eyelashes. Like, y'all can't be wearing that for us. You got to be wearing it for each other, because no dudes be like, oh, the butt, this. Oh, nah, man, ain't none of that. It's the eyelashes. And I'm sitting here like, he don't know his history. Y'all be complimenting him on his clothes. He don't know nothing about fashion. Somebody dress him. Y'all started all that flamboyancy, fancy this and fancy that, so you can look like this. Tights, leggings. Man, that started with y'all. Yeah. Wearing underwear on the outside. Y'all. Cause, thank you. It's sometimes it probably just don't show it to me or whatever. But yeah, the heels. The higher your heels, especially if you're a short dude, that means the more class and stuff you have. So yeah, we're gonna do a lot of, and I have books on top of books. I have this, that, and plus y'all know I'm in school, baby. Y'all know I'm in school. So I got it. And I just like going over the history and stuff because as I was making hats and coming up with just different styles and all that. And yes, you guys will also get the option if you want to purchase a hat. Let's say I show you a style, I make a style, you see me wearing it, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, dang, I think that's kind of tough. But I'm not finna sit here and learn how to sew it. Then, we can talk about making you one, getting your size, getting it custom, what kind of fabric you want. You want your favorite team. You want it, how you want your suit personalized, how you want it to look or whatever. I am doing a pet clothing line, and I already got me a little model and everything. So we just about to get it set off with him and his mom and start coming up with some little outfits and stuff. And it's gonna go beyond outfits. It's a pet line completely. So all things come with that, because some pet moms, you said don't put that on men. No, these are facts, Derek. These are facts. These are fashion. This is history. It's in all the fashion books, and you can even Google it. It's just known. It was all men. If you lived back in 20s and before that, and during those times, if you wasn't like that, I don't know what you were doing. Standing in a house, like, were you just poor? Were you like ridiculed out of until you moved away? Like, did you kill, like, cause that's how guys, because how you guys are now, like how you always been, if you think about it over the years, they say they have like the business suits and a suitcase or the nice car, the Rolex or whatever, that you see another man and then you say, oh yeah, he got that paper, like you can see him, and that is like peacockish, like it means you got status and all that. That's how they first express themselves. The wigs. And I that's why I find it so weird that y'all, you see how they doing me? You see how they doing me? So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a difficult journey. It is, but it always has been. So I want y'all to just pay attention. Just pay attention. But these are facts. These are facts. You can look it up, and I'll show you in my fashion books. That's just what it was. Like I was saying before I got cut off, I be tripping when I be seeing these dudes on here talking about women and stuff. Bro, we got it from y'all. We weren't wearing it. We couldn't even come out the house. You don't have to. I mean, they, of course, went past that. Nowadays, it's different. Nowadays, it's different now. If you do it now, then that means you want to be, you don't want to be a dude no more. That's what it means now. But back then, that meant I am man. It was like, I don't know. There's I put together a PowerPoint from one of my books. Well, actually, a few of my books, but I just put together a little PowerPoint show for one of the little sewing And this one is public. It's not going to be like paid. But I think it's just it's a hat. Oh, the tulip hats. The tulip hat. It's been like the main type of hat that I've been wearing lately, and I've just been making different ones. And I got a couple more cut that I want to make, and I'm just gonna make one of them on the live stream. And just while making it, show you guys and just go over, put my little PowerPoint up and just go over some of the history, because you just be shocked because you don't never think like, where did this tulip hat come from? Because it kind of looks like a bucket hat, but it's shaped like a tulip instead. And I'm like, what's the history on hats? Who started hats? When did they start wearing hats? All right, then you go back, and of course, I got a lot of, information to go through. So start getting to the beginning. It's like, oh, dudes set this off. It makes sense, because if a woman start getting fancy, like, first of all, who told you could? Secondly, they didn't make that. If they did, you probably sold it yourself, because you ain't get that out of no store, because they don't make shit like that for women. And thirdly, where you going like that? Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all stay in the house. We own you. So at the end of the day, it was y'all walking the streets. It was y'all making the money. It was y'all riding around on your little horses or whatnot. Y'all was wearing high heels and tights and wigs and makeup, baby. Even lace. Oh my God. I got a whole PowerPoint for this one. And I'm covering the basics of it, how y'all got started. Kango. Tulip hat, nah. A bucket hat would look more like a certain type of Kango is not a style of a hat. That's another thing. And it's crazy you brought up Kango, because I'm telling you, I'm putting literally something together right now for an upcoming one of these series. And I'm gonna have Kango. There was a debate on TikTok about under a video from New Jack City. And you remember when Ice-T was checking out Wesley Snipes? I don't remember their character names, but Ice-T was like, because he was undercover, whatnot, and it was in a club, and so everybody wore Kangos in that movie. So Wesley had on his Kango. I think it was suede. I don't think it was leather. In that scene, and he had it forward. He was wearing his forward, and it had the little short cap right here. Bro, they need to stop. Leave me alone. So, and then I'm gonna come back and then put a little thing down there and tell me to talk about that. Why don't I go ask somebody if you are a vegetable? Like, shut up. So I think he had his to, Nino had his to the front. Ice-T had his to the back. So dude in the comment section, he was like, yeah, they got the same hat, but they're different styles of Kangos. And old boy was like, I ain't noticed that before, but then I looked at it again. Nah, it's the same one. It's just that one was made of fur and one was made of suede. And Ice-T had his to the back, but it was the same style. But Kango is not a style of hat. It's just a brand. That's all it is. So most of the hats that they made, I'm going to be making a version of it. Some, and just all the variations, my creations, because I've come up with different styles and different versions of hats the same way they did. They were popular and they had their logo on shit. And so I'm going to have my logo on shit. You know what I mean? But the most known, like what they had in that scene, is like it could be a baseball cap, like it's a certain kind of baseball. A newsboy, that's what I meant to say. Newsboy, or Peaky Blinders, they call it, or Gatsby. And it's just like a little, different variations to them, So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trust me, because I got a fur collection that I'm working on right now. And I'm like, man, I'm finna do a hat series. Because I was like, at first, I was going to do like a video or two. But I'm like, no, I'm finna do a series because I'm finna go crazy. And then, you know, hey, y'all might be digging it. You might want to order some because I'm telling you, everybody be trying to get my hats when I go out. And I'm like, I'll make you one, but yeah, let me keep this one. This mine. This mine. I'm talking about dudes, they be wanting my hat. And see, that's what I'm saying, Derek. Dudes be wanting my hats. Dudes. I've never had a woman say, let me get that hat. Dudes be sounding like Debo and everything. Let me get a hat. Lace, like I was saying before, lace. Y'all gonna shut me down again? But the first lace worn on clothing and on the collar and stuff, and the fluffy ruffle lace and everything was y'all. And each one of them meant something. Because of course, it's like, why did you put a bow right here? Why did you put a bow? There's a reason for that, you know, whatever that explanation is. Because I just wanted to be different. I thought it'd be cute to have a bow right here. Why do you have little jewels on here? Because it adds more flair. It's sparkly, you know. Why is this pinstripe? Because I love pinstripes. And to me, this kind of gives like, it gives it like a formal type look. You know what? So when they would put, for them, when they started adding lace, that meant something specific. And when you have the ruffles, the collars, this is how fashion began. Then it meant something. So when you have the shorter version, that meant something else. And with the collar, same thing. And then when they had, no, not lace on the hats, but which you can do that too, but I'm talking about like on their clothes. Because I'm talking about, it's common for us to see lace, a lace dress, a see-through dress, a lace on this, lace on that. But men started that. Some dude went home, told his wife, I want to switch it up. Because, you know, they was always in competition with each other, you know. Who can be the prettiest? So he was like, don't put that regular collar on my shirt. Make it out of lace. And that's where it started. That's where it started. That shit tripped me out. I was like, what? Then, when, like I said, the high heels. All y'all. All y'all. All y'all. Okay? All y'all. Wigs. All y'all. Makeup. We wasn't doing none of that. We was just looking at y'all like, oh, okay. Okay. Husband getting ready to go out to work or wherever you go, hang out, whatever y'all doing. Oh, okay. Doing all that, and we just playing and shit. That's how they was. Sound like a pimp. That's how it was, though. That's how it was. All facts. Because I remember when I was doing the research to try to put this together, and you know how it is electronically. You can just keyword stuff and it'll show me every book, every PDF, every document, everything I have on file that, you know, is involved with that word or subject or whatever. And when I got to reading, and then the next line in the book was like, let's not forget that the first person to wear lace on their clothing was a man. The first person to wear the high heels was a man. The first person to go out wearing makeup was a man. You know, y'all came up with them ideas. I don't know what y'all was thinking. And then it's like, if you could wear a higher heel, oh, you was bad, bitch. Maybe, just maybe, and this is a theory, and I'm gonna go. Just maybe when dudes, y'all talk about women doing stuff like that. Maybe because y'all jealous because we took your shit. And you want it back? No, all of them did. That's what I'm saying. It didn't necessarily have anything to do with height, although that was part of it. But I can't remember specifically, but I'm going to show you what they say was the reason why they started doing that. But it was mostly, all of this stuff was just about, I look good, I look cute, I look fly, I look rich, I look uh, better. Can you top this? You know what I'm saying? I'm fancier than you. I'm cuter than you. And this is how we started getting into hats. You know, it do make the little it was little lace dollies and shit on top of the wig. Pin it down. I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. And everybody like, oh, he done came up with something else. Oh, okay. How can I do that but different but more? But and then, you know, we eventually started getting little hats, and then hats just became woo extreme. You know, feathers in the side and all that. Boo 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 boo. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all did that. Y'all doing. Thank you, cause you know all that stuff. That's girl stuff. That's girl stuff for real. I could never imagine it not naturally being girl stuff, but little do I know, we was at home with no rights, no reason, or any or expectations of even looking like that, like plain, just plain. Cause it's like it's not even important for you to be dressed up. Cause first of all, you don't make no money, so who gonna look at you and be like, ooh, nah? It's just like you stay home. Like there was no importance, no significance, or nothing seen on women. And it's like, how dare you try to look like me when I'm the breadwinner? And that's the privilege, the status. This means this is peacockish, and I can do this because I'm the one who is the ruler and the money maker. So wifey couldn't get down like that. So I'm in flat shoes and you in heels. And we going out to the party and you in heels. And you got the lace, you got the ruffle lace sleeves all dangling and everything. You got your wig all curly and everything. And you the dude. And I don't know when women start. That's the part I want to find out. When did women start snatching that shit and be like, hey, I guess that's when feminism started coming in. They like, we not only going to get us a job, we gonna start taking your style, nigga. Give me them shoes, punk. I'm wearing high heels now. Give me that lace. I'm wearing that now. Oh yeah, we got lingerie. That's what we gonna do with your lace. So, but you know what? What went to women quickly, very, very quickly? Hats did. For some reason, guys really wasn't interested in that. I think they didn't want to cover their wigs. I can't remember. But I think they just really didn't want to hide or distort their wigs in any kind of way. So women mainly started doing the hat thing and getting all fancy and big with it and covering it and putting lace and all that. And guys was just like, my wig. I'm surprised y'all didn't have nails and lashes. I can see how that could be in the way, though. But imagine, y'all can walk better in heels than we can. No matter what your job is, high heels. Come to find out. So all these big dudes we done seen out here that did it one time, and then it's like we thinking it's a parody, and then everybody like, hold on, he walked pretty doggone good in the heels. Oh, that it just came back. It's genetics. It was in him, embedded in, you know. That makes sense if you have a fresh ass wig on. Why could hell yeah? I'm telling you, I was so tripping because I could have swore hats was gonna be dudes. like all day, and it just was not. It just was not. I got the information, the pictures, and everything. They was not trying to mess up. The wigs was a big thing, big thing. That was like a big sign of fanciness, status, elegance, and all that shit. I was like, oh, y'all just, I don't know. And then when they started doing the underwear look, like to look like you got a bikini on over your pants, I was like, what? And then they give the reason why they chose to do that. You can't go out that door. They had what was it? I think they wanted their pants to be tighter. So they started the tights. They started wearing the tights. And it wasn't just for riding horses either. Because, you know, that was like mainly when a guy would wear tights. And I can't remember what that meant. Or the signal it was given to others or whatever. Because, you know, if you wear something like to everybody else, it's supposed to signify something. But I have it. I'll have it when we go over it. That's why the gay men teach models how to walk. Because who knew better than them? Because that's what they used to do. Peacock and shit. You know, they came up with it. Just think about it. Y'all came up with everything, though. Only thing we did was, like, give us free. We was like, give us free. Like, what's the name? Like, pretty much like Martin. Like, we want to be, you know, part of this shit, too. We want to be equal or whatever. You know, women got tired of being property and mistreated. It would have been all good if guys weren't so extreme about it, you know? If dudes wasn't knocking these ladies upside the head and then just, you know, wanting to treat them, messing your mind up. But it's true, though. And then women got extreme, you know, they didn't want to be in a competition and, oh, we can do this one too. We can do it better and all that. And that's when I wish I was around back then. I wish I could just go through different time periods and I'll go straight there. I wouldn't go nowhere else first. I'll go straight to where they first started talking that BS. And I'd have beat them. First I'd have beat them to the floor like 3-6 Mafia. I'm talking about beat them to the floor. Then I sit their ass up in a chair and be like, I would have a session like how Nature Boy used to do. Talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. They would not leave until we understand we're not doing that. We're not doing it. We're not doing that. There's other ways to get what you want and negotiate things without being extreme. That grass ain't what you think it is. We not finna do, hey, Michael, you late because I'm about to go. But I was talking about the new series, the Soul series coming up. Some of it's going to be public and some of it's going to be extra. It's going to be paid. And I was definitely talking about how you guys set it off. You're the first, but you know that. Michael, come on now. How y'all started it. And I've been going over and organizing my Japanese, my Korean, and my Kyudong and just all that. For all my costumes and my foreign patterns, my Wonder Woman shit, like my cosplay, everything. And so, yeah. So everything that I ever wanted to make and I haven't yet, and that's in the lineup or whatever, as much as I can of what I want to do, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to try and document and as much of it as possible. And so, yes, these are things that I'm doing before I leave this earth. So, you missed a lot. So, basically, that's a recap of that. And with that being said, you also missed how I'm going to be using other platforms because I done been shut down or froze out of this particular live session several times already here. Yeah, several times. So it's just all kind of stuff that they doing. They coming down on me real hard, and it's kind of like I'm going down this hill. I'm determined. So I'm like, my answer is no. Always been no. Always gonna be no, and it's gonna be okay. This is my speaker box. It's my speaker box. I like it. I want it. It's mine. You ain't gonna get it, right? Somebody saying, I want the speaker box, and I'm gonna get it. Now, sometimes people, you got something they want, they'll destroy it. They'll tear it up if they can't have it. But they don't want to destroy it because they want it. There's no other speaker box like this. And this speaker box, there's something special about this damn speaker box. And they want it. So they're willing to cause a lot of havoc and destruction for this speaker box. Everything short of completely destroying this speaker box. But they want it. And I'm absolutely not giving it up. Okay. And you can try your best. You can come with your best shots. And at the end of the day, you won't even get me, get this speaker box if you say you break this piece off of it. You know what I mean? And then you break this piece off of it or whatever. I'm still not going to let you get it like that. You know? Say it don't even work. I can't hear nothing out of it. That don't mean it can't be fixed or made to work a different way. I'm still not going to let you get it. I'll destroy it myself as much as possible to make sure that you can't get no parts of the speaker box. Okay? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it has been. That's what it is. And it has gotten, it is pretty doggone serious. Pretty serious. And I'm going to start telling it. And we ain't going to be talking about speaker boxes no more. I'm going to start telling it because it's my story happening to me. And I want to. And yeah, you never know. My children, my grandkids might need to know some specifics of some things for some reason. Because, you know, sometimes I sit and I wonder. Because my grandma always say, it's the shit that you don't know that'll fuck you up. It's that shit. And when she say fuck you up, don't mean necessarily in a, like, mess you up. But, like, damn. So, it's the things that I don't know about what they went through that could probably really blow my mind and answer some questions or whatever. You just never know. So I'm in favor of giving. Can you send pictures over? I don't think so. I don't think they came up with that yet. I see a plus button here. Let me see. I can start a poll, start a Q&A. But no pictures. What is this? A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel as unlisted. Oh. So that button just makes a short out of 49 seconds of what I'm talking about. I didn't know that. Okay, that's camera change. And that's lighting. That's all they got right here. Pull up Willie Diamond. I remember that. You know what? I gotta pull that up. Oh, those classic fur hats. I'm making some of those too. I already started on one. And I got jewels and stuff. I got different. I'm very creative, so I got all kind of different versions and stuff going on. But sis be fighting them obstacles. So, gosh, I wish I had my other device, which I normally would have. But next time we come and talk about this, I'm gonna have the pattern, the item, the material, the pictures or whatever. But if I had my other device, I could show you some of them they got lines, you cut like you got little sections or whatever, and just all kind of stuff. I was going back on it, and I was like, oh, I remember this is pretty cool. So I had started designing some of those patterns probably a year ago, and I just never got around to making them. So I'm going to, like, even with the Kango, one thing I did like that I'm going to recreate is some of the style, like the bucket hat. So he got a whole animal on his head, but he was doing his thing though. The big fluffy, I'll show you different types of fur hats, and them things keep your head warm too. If you go through extreme winters. But the Kango, like, instead of the bucket hat being square up top, they had like a Kango that was like round. That's almost like a tulip style, but the Kango was round. I like that. I want to recreate that too in different fabrics, different textures, leather, corduroy, just like when I picture stuff, I just picture all kind of variations and stuff like that. So I definitely want to do that. Well, it depends on who the person is, because me, it's real hard for me to sweat. I have to force it to happen, and it takes a lot to do that, because I don't, hey, I'm kind of like a pig. I don't detox. Like, my body doesn't have the capability. I have to force that to happen. So I don't get down. But a lot of people do sweat easily. Like, probably like this, most people probably would be sweating by now. I don't even feel heat entrapped in me any kind of way. And it's not really that cold outside, but I feel normal. Like, I feel no heat under here. I feel no heat under here, like no heat all up in here. And I got on another jacket up under here. And I got a neoprene, because I'm gonna do my workout. So it's interesting. Different types of lapels, different types of coats, different types of collars and shit like that. I've got so many different designs. So I'm gonna take each sewing class, and it'll be like a playlist, like a series. I'm just gonna do it per category, because I'm talking men, women, it doesn't matter. I got just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of designs and patterns and outfits and things that I'm talking about, even when it comes to hats, socks, shoes. So I'm just trying to get, a lot of that put together and put out. And I'm also thinking about legacy too, because I need somebody to, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and be out, because they just keep doing me. So even like with the different like knit and macrame, because I make my own socks and stuff too, and you can knit and macrame it. So I want to do some thigh socks, but I'm gonna like macrame them or knit them, and just wait, you guys will see some of the different stuff. Only thing I can think about now is just, because they keep shutting me down. Like, I have to restart YouTube and then push live and then push resume. So, I mean, if you never knew me, which you've been around long enough to know that Yeah, it may seem cuckoo sometimes, but just maybe. So maybe some of that stuff she's talking about is actually happening. So, hopefully you're more on that side. I don't know. But why am I being shut down a lot? So when I say it's extreme attack at this point, that yeah, trying to take my life literally. Literally. Because it's like trying to force, like the little story I just did, like using a speaker box. That's it in a nutshell at the end of the day. But I'm about to plug up because my battery gear ain't died. And get on the road to destination 2 and back. Peacoats, half zips. Yes. And listen, y'all gonna be wanting to buy my shit real bad, real bad. When I say real bad, real bad, real bad. Cause she's bad, I'm bad. Who's bad? Not you bad, me bad. See y'all later. Right. Have a good one. And know I'll be back. And if you're not on anything else, like whatever's in my description, and make sure you keep up with checking to see if I've added something, because I will be, like different platforms. Make sure you do that. I'm gonna do an email list really soon to where I can just like email you guys out, keep you up to date. It's probably gonna be like really a website where you can also buy stuff, but also keep you up to date, because I don't foresee me lasting very long on either of these platforms. I'm on what do we want to call it? They say punishment, all that on here. I think I have one strike on here, but TikTok. Oh gosh, TikTok stay giving me a violation. So I try not to comment anymore on nobody's stuff. And I really just hardly go on there. And I scroll. But they try their hardest to be like, oh, participate in this challenge or whatever. I got a storefront in a freaking partnership or whatever they're going to call it, and they be wanting you to sell their shit, but I'm like, fuck you, because I can't even say anything I want to say. So it's just like, shut up, neglect everything about you, and just do what we want you to do. Pimp for us, sell for us. And it's like, no, I do a little something here and there. I ain't never had a problem with that. But you gotta let me roll. You gotta let me rock. You gotta let me be free. Cause I don't even halfway do half of the shit. Y'all just don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? But they do. And the suppression be real. And that's why I be like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? And when you just stop participating, that shit don't really do shit for you, then they start hitting you hard. I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about online, offline. They start hitting you hard. They want to make it hurt. They want to make it sting. They want to have you so without, so in loss, to where you come crawling, or you just, you be like, all right, at least, bro, I'm going to down this hill. And I said it 1,000 times. By now you should know. And I'm talking about they take it. I don't care what it is. Lives and everything. They will take it. They will affect every aspect of your life. So my bronchitis is not playing with me today. It's like, you gonna walk or you gonna talk, but I don't know if you're gonna do both. So have to get back on my cardio and my herbs. Because I damn near need an asthma spray, and that's fucked up. Not good. But, anywho, because I'm sure going to be very vocal about that shit. Because it's like, bro, we at the end. You know, I try to be cool. You don't want to be cool. So, all right, whatever. Oh, God, spilling, making a mess. I seen, someone showing and posting something on TikTok yesterday. And they were talking about what they were doing. I can't remember who or what, because it's just so many different things going on. And they were saying, yeah, once you, oh, yeah, we're going to have to have a conversation about that. I'm going to do a separate video about that. We're going to talk about that. The NFL. Just had a recent, okay, so a guy came on and he did like a 10-minute video. I think I downloaded it so I could talk about it. He was really, you know, bothered, hurt, disappointed, because it seems like, to my surprise, en masse, a lot of guys are just figuring out how rigged the NFL is. And I was like, oh, you guys didn't know that already? Okay. Yeah, it's the same name as this. I'm like, you guys didn't know that already? That's crazy. So, when they just recently did the bust on the guys for gambling assist with the NBA, everything is rigged. Everything. They want absolute control of everything. And want it to go their way. Down to the specific, like, it's a car following me. Let's keep it real. I would turn around, my hands are so full, and put the camera on them. As I should. I was supposed to have my GoPro on, but I don't. And so this motherfucker keeps stopping. So it's bold. They bold. They bold with it. They not trying to hide it. Nothing. Like I'm walking. They should have been long gone or whatever. So it's all good. I stay strapped. Yeah. Which actually, let's be realistic. What would it take for me? So when I ask, what would it take for me to pull my weapon out and use it? So I was reading a comment just now. Yeah, that shit tripped me out, Derek. I was like, I thought all men knew this in general. That, you know, NFL wasn't 100%. Or any of their sports, especially if you gamble, because he was very in depth. Because I think TikTok at max they let you do 10 minutes when you upload a video, and he took his whole 10 minutes, and he was saying, because you know I'm not a guy, and so I don't get into it like that. But he was talking about, is that a goat? Yeah, that's a goat. Throw this out. Goat right there. There's no gate. He ain't going nowhere, bro. It don't get no better than that. Unless he belonged to somebody else and he got out. Bro, where you live? You live right here? Or are you escaping? Trying to eat somebody grass and shit. Where you live at? Skill. And that shit don't work. Say. And bro, that's a whole goat. That's a whole goat. And he act like he hungry. Knowing good and well they eat all the time. Oh, you know what, Derek? Yeah, let me go on down and keep my mind my business. Cause when you say that, I didn't think about that. And if I can barely read the walk right now, we can't just hope them track team years come back automatically. He kind of chubby too. That's cute though. There's no gate here. There's no gate. So maybe he got out from where he live at. Cause you can tell he don't get that grass normally. He messing with somebody else's grass. That's like a treat to him. But you know, ghosts are like, there's nothing you can do. It would have to be completely enclosed, like a whole dome. And I mean, even then, there's nothing they won't eat. So if they wanted to get out, they could get out. For sure. They can climb on anything. These fools can sit up on top of your roof. They can climb upside your house. They can hang off the side of the mountain. So there's no keeping them. They be where they want to be. They want to get out, they're going to get out. They want to come home, they want to come home. More so than a dog. A dog. People be talking about that loyalty bull crap. You can't trust them. You know? Y'all have to be locked in all the time. Because if you let them be outside all willy-nilly, eventually, they're going to want to get out. What they doing at this house? I don't think that I would want to live over here, but I like the house. It's Wells Fargo? Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the Wells Fargo. You say he on somebody else's property? That's what I think too, because you could say trying to hurry up. So he done this before. So he expecting somebody to come get him or somebody to shoot him. Probably somebody to come get him, because them things are money. Those things are money. That milk that people like to drink. That milk, you can make good soup out of it. That meat, don't play. Don't play. Cheese, goat cheese. So he's money. He's money. I would have, and let's say I keep on rolling. Have my homestead. I would have goat and sheep. For sure. Oh, he was trying to park right there. I was about to say this fool can't drive. So my battery is dying, y'all. Oh, they will keep it maintained, that's for sure. They will, because they just be munching. It's like they don't have no sense of being full at all. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. It always helps boost. And I don't get much of that. So for every like, every comment. And then if you guys can, try your best. After the live, comment in the comment section. You'd be surprised how important that is. And I gotta go check, but I know that YouTube wasn't allowing the replay to show any of my comments. Because sometimes people say something or have a request in the live. And I'm like, I know I'm gonna forget it, but it's okay to go back. Then when I go back, so I'm like messaging them, and then they want to act like they take like so much time acting like they don't understand what you're trying to ask them. But I got a potty, y'all. That drink coming through me.